You're watching a Highwire Media podcast. Happy holidays and welcome to the Talkin' Texas Rangers show. As always, I'm your host, Larry Lease. Today we're diving into the latest headlines from around Globe Life Field. With that, we dive into today's first topic. 3 Rangers who won't be back in 2025 after winter meetings moves and rumors. With Eovaldi returning, there are 3 players Texas could move on from to shake things up further. Chris Young and the Texas Rangers were busy last week at the winter meetings, re-signing veteran right-hander Nathan Eovaldi to a 3-year, $75 million deal, trading for infielder Jake Berger, and signing reliever Jacob Webb to a 1-year contract to bolster a bullpen that lost several key pieces to free agency. Pitching will be the team's primary focus the rest of the offseason as the Rangers continue to look at possible free agent fits and explore the trade market. Texas ranked 24th in team ERA last season. Some new blood wouldn't be the worst thing in the world as the club looks to get back in the fight in an American League West, where they lost by 10.5 games to the Astros in 2024. What could come next for the Rangers after their winter meetings moves and the rumors that continue to come out of Dallas? Take advantage of a seller's pitching market and trade John Gray. I know. I just said the Rangers need to solidify the pitching staff, and I'm telling you, they need to trade one of their starters. But hear me out. The market for free agent starting pitching this winter has been hot, to say the least. After all, Matthew Boyd, who made just 8 regular season starts coming back from Tommy John last season, hasn't thrown 100 innings in a single year since 2019, secured a 2-year, $29 million deal from the Chicago Cubs. Another prime example, Alex Cobb, who missed most of the 2024 season recovering from off-season hip surgery and a shoulder issue and only made 3 starts, and got a 1-year, $15 million deal. Gray is heading into the final year of his contract at a $13 million salary. Last season, the veteran right-hander struggled and was limited by injuries, but still worked to a 3.7 FIP and 102 2/3 innings of work. In his 3 seasons with the Rangers, he's averaged a 4.05 FIP and 129 innings. Solid numbers for a back-end starter. Top pitching prospects Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter waiting in the wings. Young should capitalize and shop Gray and perhaps get some bullpen help coming back in a trade. Next, let Andrew Chafin walk in free agency despite his glorious mustache. If there was ever a player made to wear a Texas Rangers uniform, it was Andrew Chafin. Burly, mustache Southpaw came over at the deadline from Detroit, ran into trouble almost immediately, struggling to hit his spots and keep the ball in the yard down. Both his home run and walk rates were roughly double his career averages, and a 5.44 FIP isn't exactly confidence-inspiring. Doesn't have the velocity on his fastball to survive, letting hitters get under balls anymore, and while he may level back off next year, Rangers need more stability in the pen. Set to turn 35 next year, Chafin will get interest from teams in free agency because of his track record and probably come away with a multi-year offer somewhere. But this is one reunion the Rangers should steer clear of. Time to let the sheriff ride on out of town. The market will keep Michael Lorenzen from returning to the Rangers. Teams love what Michael Lorenzen brings to the table. A reliever early in his career, the right-hander has almost exclusively started over the last 3 years, bouncing around, playing for 5 different. Now a free agent heading into his age 33 season, Lorenzen has done nice work, putting himself in a position to capitalize on his reliability. Over the last 3 seasons, he's averaged a 3.9 ERA, just under 130 innings a year. Again, that makes me think he's going to sneakily get a nice payday on a multi-year deal this winter, despite hardly getting a mention so far. Last season with the Rangers and Royals, he worked to a 3.31 ERA across 130 frames. Perfect platform season for the 2013 first-round pick out of California State. He's always outperformed the expected metrics, but at this point, it's hard to call it a fluke because he's done it for a while now. He's a valuable guy, sure, but if he wants to remain a starter, reason to suggest otherwise, I think a better use of the dollars Rangers have is in the pen. There are glaring holes and a mix of arms that can hardly be considered even somewhat solid, given the mass exodus via free agency. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the topics we covered. As always, give me a thumbs up. If you like our content, hit that subscribe button and bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And now on to our next topic. The Rangers have reeled in a rock-solid reliever on a 1-year deal to shore up a decimated bullpen. After losing an extensive list of relievers via free agency this offseason, the Texas Rangers entered the offseason more holes to fill in their pen than nearly any other team in the league. Familiar faces, José Leclerc, Kirby Yates, José Ureña, and David Robertson, still available on the open market. None of them have been tied to the Rangers in reunion talks just yet. On Wednesday, FanSided's Robert Murray shared that the Rangers signed relief pitcher Jacob Webb to a one-year contract. With multiple needs in the pen, especially to fill the vast majority of the middle relief innings, Rangers made their first move. This signing is just the latest in a string of eventful transactions the Rangers have pulled off over the past 24 hours or so. Texas inked Nathan Eovaldi to a 3-year contract, only to immediately pull up a considerable trade heist when acquiring Jake Burger from the Miami Marlins. It seems that the organization is not content with their 78 winning showing in 2024. There are so many innings up for grabs on the 2025 Rangers, and Webb is a solid fit to fill a good portion of them. 31-year-old has made 54 or more appearances in each of the past 2 seasons and has been better league average in every single year of his career. The right-hander suited up for the Orioles for the past year and a half and put together a strong showing across 60 appearances. All told, Webb posted a 3.02 ERA, 3.52 FIP, 125 ERA plus across 56.2 innings of work. He doesn't strike many batters out, but he utilizes a 3-pitch mix effectively to keep batters off balance. Webb's repertoire consists of a 4-seam fastball, sweeper, and changeup. During the 24 season, the 4-seamer only allowed a 200 batting average, while the changeup was at 125. His worst pitch was the sweeper, but even that offering had a 20% whiff rate against it, with a 254 average against. Last year, Rangers relievers finished 26th in baseball with a 4.41 ERA. Losing a handful of notable names from the squad isn't going to help matters. Adding Webb will. There needs to be more done. This signing is a great first step towards rebuilding a decimated unit, and the Rangers added a power bat from the Marlins in an absolute trade heist we previously teased. To round out what was an extremely eventful day around Major League Baseball, the Texas Rangers squeezed out their second major transaction right around midnight. After re-signing staff ace Nathan Eovaldi to a massive 3-year deal, Rangers agreed to a trade with Miami Marlins that netted Texas a big power hitter. Athletic's Ken Rosenthal was the first to report that the Rangers acquired corner infielder Jake Burger from the Marlins, with the rest of the details following shortly after. In the end, Rangers got Burger for infielders Max Acosta and 30 Vargas, along with a left-handed pitcher Brian Mendoza. This past season, the Rangers finished 9th in the AL in home runs with 176, 7th in slugging at 380, and 12th in ISO at 279. The need for a power bat has been clear since the get-go, and they're landing the controllable one in Burger. Burger in 28 hit 29 home runs and drove in 76 in what turned out to be his only full season on the Marlins. He hit 250 with a 760 OP, 103 OPS plus, turning himself into one of the more popular players on an otherwise unexciting Marlins team. He was going to be easily the best power hitter in 2025. Marlins are electing to lean even further into their rebuild rather than building around someone like Burger. A third baseman by trade, Burger split his time pretty evenly between third and first base. This past year, for the first time in his 4-year career, he's never been much of a defender, so his long-term fit on the Rangers is either at first base or as the club's primary designated hitter. Costa, 22, a versatile speed demon who plays a strong shortstop. Texas had only just added him to the 3-man roster to protect him from the Rule 5 draft, so he'll slot into Miami's 40-man as well. This past year, he hit 288 with a 777 OPS, going 26 for 35 and stolen base attempts, while recording 34 extra base hits. All contact, no power, but he has strong base running skills and solid range at the shortstop position. Vargas is only just 9, but was the only member of the Rangers' top 30 prospects list from MLB Pilot. Like Acosta, Vargas is a shortstop by trade, experience at second and third base as well, so he can be an option at multiple different positions. 2024, he appeared at 97 games at the low A level, hitting 14 home runs with 48 RBI, going 29 for 38 stolen base attempts, and posting 775 OPS. Then there's Mendoza, the only pitcher involved in the 20-year-old Southpaw has been used as a swingman in the Rangers system. He quietly turned in a really solid season split between 2 levels in 2024. All told, he went 5-4 with a 2.32 ERA and 19 starts, and 5 relief appearances, plus 101 innings of work. General consensus is that the Rangers won this trade by alliance. They parted with 3 tradable prospects to land a controllable power hitter who has always been regarded as an excellent presence and well-liked player. Depending on what Texas does with him, it seems they found a long-term solution at first base or DH. Berger is under team control through the 2028 season. On to our next topic. The Rangers have reunited with a playoff-tested ace, expensive deal, and signal of their 2025 plans. After falling well short of expectations during the 2020 regular season, Texas Rangers entered the offseason with, even higher expectations. Lately unacceptable to have a quiet and uneventful winter after the dreadful season that just came and went. The Rangers had thrown their hat into the ring with left-hander Max Fried, but he signed with the New York Yankees. However, Texas's top target all along has been Nathan Eovaldi, who is the club's ace over the past 2 years. FanSided's Robert Murray broke the news on Tuesday that the Rangers got their man after all. ESPN's Jeff Passan followed up with the details, sharing that Rangers inked Eovaldi on a 3-year, $75 million contract. This is a pretty significant contract for a pitcher who Jeff himself labels as a mid-tier free agent. After losing a boatload of pitchers from the 2024 staff to free agency, Rangers had clear need all over the staff. At least one starting pitcher and 3 or 4 relievers are amongst the handful of needs on the club's to-do list. Re-upping with Eovaldi on a new deal is an excellent start to what should continue to be a busy couple. Bringing him back makes the Rangers' 2025 intentions clear. They're going to try and bounce back. Eovaldi, 34, made the first All-Star game of his career in 2023 as a member of the Rangers. He finished that year with a 12-5 record and a 3.63 ERA through 25 starts. He followed that up with a slightly less productive year, but 29 starts of 3.80 ERA baseball, which is a great showing for a pitcher who at times has struggled with inconsistent results and a plethora of injuries. Now that Eovaldi is back atop the ranking rotation, he'll pair up with Jacob deGrom, John Gray, and Tyler Mahle to form an extremely experienced, respected rotation. As of right at this moment, Cody Bradford is the leading candidate to round out the starting 5, with Dane Dunning and Kumar Rocker available as backup options needed. Let me know your thoughts on bringing back Eovaldi. Comment section below. And before we move on, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Fanatics, your ultimate go-to spot for officially licensed sports gear. If you're a total sports nut like me, then you know it's not just about watching the game, it's about living it. Trust me, that we covered on all fronts. They got jerseys from every team, whether it's MLB, NHL, NBA, college, you name it. Not only that, but you can snag everything from hats and hoodies to limited edition collectibles and championship memorabilia. Basically, sports heaven for a fan who wants to rep their team colors year-round. Plus, the shopping experience is super smooth. It is easy to navigate, and their customer service is right on point. So you won't get stuck hunting down the perfect item. And guess what? They keep updating their inventory, constantly adding the latest drops. You always find something fresh and exciting. So if you want to look the part every time your team hits the field, court, or ice, head over to Fanatics. Support your team, show off your pride, and never settle for anything less than official. Check out the link below and score that must-have merch today. With that, let's get back into our story episode. Rangers will need this Southpaw to continue to impress in 2025. Texas Rangers starting rotation on opening day in 2025 will look nothing like how it did a year prior in 2024. Filling Michael Lorenzen at the trade deadline and losing Max Scherzer and Andrew Heaney to free agency changed the team's trajectory. Although those are some very good arms, their departures allowed some other pitchers in the Rangers organization to step up and show what they have. One of the players who impressed when given the opportunity in the starting rotation was Cody Bradford. Southpaw, Texas, took in the 2019 draft. He debuted in 2023, but his production back then was nowhere near as impressive as what he posted in 2024. His impressive stint likely earned him a spot in the rotation next season, and Texas desperately needs him to continue his ascent in 2025. Bradford started 2024 in the rotation, but an injury caused him to miss a lot of time, ranging from April to July. Despite the missed time, he still pitched in 76.1 innings and was solid in that period. Across those innings, Bradford posted an earned run average of 3.54 and struck out 70 batters. Opposing hitters batted .218 against him and had a walk rate of just 4.2%, producing a whip of 1.01. Top of that, he had an FIP of 359. Those numbers aren't very impressive, and his StatCast numbers prove that it wasn't just luck. His expected earned run average was at 354, which ranked in the 70th percentile. He also limited hitters from getting hard hits, allowing just a 34.8% rate, ranking 80th percentile. He relies on his fastball the most, using it 52% of the time. His fastball run value is excellent at 10, ranking in the 87th percentile. It limited opposing hitters to a 185 batting average, 344 slugging percentage. Additionally, his changeup is an average pitch for him as well. Run value is even at 0, ranking in the 50th percentile. Against the changeup, opposing hitters had a batting average of 210, slugging percentage of 333. This pitch also limited exit velocity as opponents had a 23.7% hard hit rate against it. Overall, his pitching run value was at 6, ranking in the 62nd percentile. Bradford really took a step forward in 2024 and emerged as a solid option in a rotation. The Rangers will desperately need Bradford to continue his impressive start to his career in 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the topics that we covered. If there's anything we missed, let me know. If there's anything we got wrong, let me know. Of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us a copy at buymeacopy.com/TDRangers. As always, your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring new hosts, be able to pay them, and hopefully one day take this show on the road. Always, your support, make that happen. $1, $5, $10, $50, $100, $1,000, whatever you give is 100% appreciated directly right into the channel. As always, you can find us on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Good Pods, Amazon. Yep, check us out today on all major podcast platforms. As always, thank you for watching and listening. I'll see you next time.